Engineering Campus on Roosevelt Island. This is a major milestone in the Mayor's groundbreaking Applied Sciences Initiative, which seeks to increase New York City's capacity for applied sciences and dramatically transform the city's economy. This proposal will continue to foster the city's rich academic resources, as well as provide for the creation of more residential and commercial office space over time. This is pivotal for furthering New York's growing technology sector by increasing interaction between the academic community and local businesses. On top of this innovative push forward, this project will create new publicly accessible open space and facilitate improvements on Roosevelt Island. The actions before us include a special district that would allow needed flexibility for this unique campus. We have heard many thoughtful comments that would improve the text, including ensuring that the esplanade around the campus continues to be accessible 24 hours, including ensuring that the publicly accessible open space is open until 10 p.m. year-round and that cafes are open to the public, creating a chair certification to ensure that open space is being provided in sufficient amounts and configurations, and allowing a modification of bulk regulations, but only by a special permit, while allowing a modification of certain lot coverage regulations by authorization. And I'm pleased to incorporate these as modifications. In addition, it is important that we ensure that this approval facilitates the type of campus that the city has envisioned for this site, and believe that the disposition of city-owned property should be restricted to uses more closely associated with the Cornell Technion proposal. I enthusiastically vote yes on this proposal as modified, and want to thank, as part of my vote, the hard work on this complex and important application. I'd like to thank the Manhattan offices Edith Sue Chen, Adam Wolf, and Dominic N. Sweeney, TRDs Irene Satko, Kenny Ramarine, and Philip Montgomery, zoning divisions Tom Morgo and Beth Leibowitz, urban designs Alex Washburn and Sky Duncan, EARD Bob Debreskin, Celeste Evans and Diane McCarthy, strategic plannings Howard Slatkin, and counsel's office David Karnowski and Julie Lubin, among many others.
Vice Chair Knuckles?
I agree with the observations of the chair, and I do believe that this project will ultimately bring incalculable benefits in the way of economic, educational, and cultural vitality to the city of New York. And I do think that this new campus will help diversify the city's economy and industrial base, and as the chair said, create jobs, and ultimately the types of employees will be drawn to the city and developed within the city that will help grow this enormous technical industry. I vote yes.
Commissioner Battaglia?
This application benefits the city, benefits the applicant, and benefits the residents of the island. During the public hearing process, what we heard most of was impacts related to noise, vibration, and most particularly traffic. The applicant has agreed to mitigation measures for all of those items, but the one that seems to stand out the most at this point is the traffic impact. We've heard about the infeasibility of barging, and I would agree. I'm not an expert on that if we're told it's not feasible, it's not feasible. However, I would hope that the applicant will act as a good neighbor throughout the process, monitor the traffic along that two-lane street, and perhaps, although they felt that it would hurt the project economically, but adapt the hours of construction so that they are not in conflict with peak traffic hours. But I do enthusiastically vote yes, and I think it's a great application.
Commissioner Bessa?
Yes.
Commissioner Cantor?
I'm not yet ready to accept the conclusion that there's an infeasible situation with regard to barging. I would argue that as time goes by, the applicant should show why not rather than why yes. I'm very disappointed that we are unable to do anything other than plead the case, so to speak, for the community. But it is very clear that there is a major traffic event that is going to continue for the life of the construction. And I would once again urge that why cannot we do this attitude be taken, Andrew, with regard to the potential for barging in the future? Other than that, I hardly endorse this application. I vote yes.
Commissioner Cerullo,
Yes.
Commissioner Chen,
Yes.
Commissioner De La Hoz,
I believe Mayor Bloomberg's Applied Sciences New York City initiative, which has resulted in the Cornell New York City Tech proposal for an Applied Sciences campus on Roosevelt Island, is perhaps going to be his greatest legacy as mayor. This project has the ability to further transform the city and secure its place globally as a leader in the applied sciences and related industries. Cornell's team is impressive, and they have diligently worked with many stakeholders to advance this project. That being said, the location of the campus on Roosevelt Island is a very unique place. The city-owned island leased to the state of New York that is approximately 2 miles long and 800 feet wide at its widest point. There's only one route in for cars, one MTA subway stop, and a single loop road around the island. The island is actually managed by the Roosevelt Island Operating Corporation, and though some city and state services are provided to the island's 15,000 residents, many services, including a local bus service, public safety officers, grounds, seawall, parks and recreation maintenance, traffic control, the automated vacuum waste collection system, and all outdoor lighting are paid for through a fee structure from the ground leases on the island. Though Cornell has agreed to support a limited number of these existing shared island services and maintain security in publicly accessible areas on their campus, they will be exempt from the existing fee structure that supports services for the entire island, despite the fact that the project will increase the population on the island by approximately 20%, and a third of the project is commercial in nature. Our mayor should be applauded for swiftly executing on a bold idea for the city, but I believe a few details, including the ones that my former commissioner spoke about, remain to be finalized to ensure the project's vast benefits don't come at the expense of the island's residents and can be more formally linked to workforce development opportunities so that New York City residents with limited career prospects can also benefit from this transformative project. For these reasons, I vote no, and I hope that these areas are mitigated and modified through the city council process.
Commissioner Del Toro,
Yes.
Commissioner Dwyer.
I echo the chair's enthusiasm for the project, but I also share the concerns of my fellow Commissioner Cantor on the mitigation of the traffic issues. I do vote yes.
Commissioner Eby,
Yes.
Commissioner Levin,
What they've all said, especially Commissioner De La Hoz, but I vote yes.
Commissioner Marin.
Yes.
Favorable reports have been adopted on calendar numbers 8 and 9, and favorable reports as modified have been adopted on calendar numbers 10 and 11. Borough of Manhattan calendar number 12, C1, and